Students, I'm audible to you. Yes, I'm audible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So start with the lecture. So can anyone tell me what is difference between interface and interaction? Yes. Interface and interaction.
Oh, ma'am, interaction deals with the actual communication and interface deals with the medium of interaction.
Right. Interface, you can say, is something the user contacts with. Okay. Interaction is that it will provide you with some feedback along with the communication. Okay. For example, in interaction, you can say when you press any command, okay, or when you click on a particular icon, a dialog box is displayed. That is nothing but you can say interaction between the user and the computer. Okay. Anyone else? Interface and interaction. Okay, so yesterday we have started with the first unit, that is Introduction and Foundation of HCI. Yes, so yesterday we have seen a small basic video of understanding what the HCI deals with. Next, we have seen a simple definition or simple structure, what all the components are there in HCI. Yes, PPT is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so after that we have seen what are the synonyms we have for HCI. Okay, that is HCI, MMI, CHI. Okay, so after that we have seen what is actually HCI, a definition of HCI. Okay, so what is the actual definition? It is nothing but the interchange of information between what your human and the computer. Okay, the input and output of the human and computer are going to play a vice versa role here. Yes. So the actual definition deals with what? Designing. Okay, it is concerned with designing part, evaluation part, and implementation part. Yes, to make a system interactive. So this is a basic definition you have to go with of HCI. Yes, after that we have seen what are the goals of HCI. In today's lecture, we are going to see goals with a particular keyword. Okay, and with the example. What are the goals of HCI in detail? Okay, so after that, we have seen what is the multidisciplinary approach of HCI, where the HCI are used. Yes, other than computer science, what other fields HCI are used, we have seen yesterday. So these are some of the examples where HCI are used, like your artificial intelligence, psychology, linguistic, neurology, engineering, designing. Okay, so the next part we are going to see is what is the components of HCI. Okay, so three main components you have here: human, computer, and interaction. Okay, now we have understood what is human is nothing but the user. It can be a single user, group of user, or multiple users. Yes, and users can work together to operate the computer system, or they can work on individual basis. Okay, second part you have here is computers. Okay, so computer here, it can be any type of the gadget which is computerized. Okay, right from your calculators, okay, up to your all applications like your this satellite system, weather forecasting system, everything's come under what your computerized based system, which is operated computerly. Okay, next is interaction between them. Okay, so how the interaction is going to take place between them is your third component. Yes, so we have seen what is user interface and what is interaction. User interface is nothing but the screen is also one of the type of user interface you are interacting with. Yes, so that is nothing but the user interface and interaction between the two components. So next we are going to see what are the goals of HCI. Yes, so see what are the goals of HCI. First is what? Develop or improve. Okay, but what to develop and improve? The user interface you have to improve here. Okay, next is what? Safety. Okay, you have to deal with the safety of what? User interface from user point of view as well as from your computer point of view. Okay. Next one, you have utility. Okay. How you are going to utilize your software, or how you are going to utilize the interface which you have developed, and how effectively you have developed that interface. Okay, is one of the important goal of what? HCI, effectiveness of a user interface. Okay, efficient. Okay, how quickly your this interface you have designed is going to respond within a time. Next is what? Usability. Okay, whether that application you're going to develop is usable by all the people, whether it is technical people, non-technical people, irrespective of the background. Okay, that is nothing but usability. And next one is you're going to have is appeal. Okay, whether whatever you have developed, whether it is appeal to all the system, okay, that you are going to study. So let us see one by one. Okay, so what is usability now here? Okay, the interface must be in such a way that, okay, it must be usable. For example, we can take the example of digital camera. Tell me, in the case when you buy a digital camera, is there necessity to always read the manual, user manual? Or when you buy a cell phone, okay, every time there is a need to read the user manual, or a basic user can operate a functionality. Basic functionality can be operated just by seeing the gadget or the interface, right? Just by seeing the buttons, icons, menus, and label, you can operate a system, or you can operate the interface, right? Yes. Is there
Yes, ma'am.
need always? Don't just respond, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Answers पाहिजेत मला. Yes. Can you tell some more example which is in day-to-day life there is no need, okay, of any user manual, and you can operate directly just by looking the interface? Some best example? Yes. Many applications you are using in your cell phones. Applications you are using. Tell me.
Calculator.
Calculator is again. Yes. Yes, please tell me the examples. At least try to answer. Remaining students. Microsoft, you are using Word. This PPTs are nothing but the user interface day to day you are interacting with. Yes, your WhatsApp app, Insta, Facebook is nothing but one of the type of interfaces. Okay, where you can just see the labels, icon, and you can perform the actions. Yes. So what is usability? It is a easy use of system. Okay, the system or the interface of the system must be developed in such a way that, okay, any person can operate just by seeing the labels, icons, and buttons on that. Okay, so it must be easy to learn, easy to remember. Okay, there must not always need to recognize or remember the steps to operate that particular gadget or device. Okay, effective to use. Okay, efficient to use and safe to use. Okay, so whatever you are using, it must be safe to use, and you must enjoy to use that particular gadget or particular application. Yes, can you tell me some more application in day-to-day life where user interface plays a very important role? Yes, girls. Yes. Washing machine. Yes. Just by looking at the buttons and that you can operate the washing machine. Anyone can operate the washing machine just by looking the buttons, labels, and functionality given on that. Yes, like washing machine. Can you give me some more examples? The gadget you use every day.
TV, AC.
Yes.
Microwave.
Yes.
Microwave.
So are you getting what is
ATM.
usability? Yes, this is the first goal of HCI, that whatever interface you are going to design, okay, so that must be usable and it must be easy to use. Okay, so the next functionality goal you have here is safety. Okay, so when you operate with the interface or any application, the safety must be provided. Okay, so safety must be provided into two categories now. Okay, user safety must be there and your data safety must be there. Okay, so protecting the user from dangerous condition and undesirable situations. Okay, so your computer, okay, your computers or your user must get indication when your system is entering into a dangerous condition. A dialog box must be appear there. So in this time, some measures must be given which will indicate you the safety. Okay, so right from we can see that right from your this nuclear plant, DRDO system, your medical equipment system, okay, your computer is used remotely. So in that case, the safety plays a very important role, okay, for the data as well as for the user. Next is what? Safety to the data. Okay, when you press something, okay, wrong keywords like wrong keys are pressed or wrong buttons are pressed or activated. Okay, the system or the interface must show what? There some dialog box that you have pressed some wrong button. Okay, and recovery must be provided in that case. Okay, and also when you enter your confidential detail, like when you make a account into this social media or any web app, okay, so the security must be provided to what your this confidential details like your visa card, ATM card number, your password. Okay, so that facility must be provided by what your interface or by your software. Okay, so example is what? When you log in, your password is not shown. Okay, that is one of the example you can take in your data safety. Okay, so safety must be considered in two way: user safety and data safety. Okay, this was the second goal of what? HCI. Next, you have utility. Yes, utility means what? Extent of providing the right kind of functionality so that user can do what they want to do or what they want. Okay, so means what? The app which you have developed, okay, is providing the same functionality was what you have developed actually. Okay, so using the right kind of functionality. So there are two types of application you can cover again here: high utility and low utility. So what are the applications or examples of high utility? See, your scientific calculators are the examples of what? High utility. Okay, where you can perform mathematical operations. In Excel, you have built-in formulas where you can perform the calculation very easily. Yes, and it's programmable. So that is nothing but your high utility softwares or high utility interfaces. Yes, and what is low utility? Okay, low utility means what? Software drawing tools. Okay, that are the examples of low utility, like your star UML, CAD CAM, that are nothing but examples of low utility interface software. Yes, so this is nothing but the utility. This is your third goal of HCI. Next is what? Effectiveness. Yes, from the word itself you can understand effectiveness means what? Okay, how effectively, yes, your interface is working. For example, if see, I have given one example here is finding a master thesis in your library. Okay, for example, you are searching for a particular this particular definition or particular web page. Okay, how fastly or effectively you can get the output, that is nothing but the effectiveness. Okay, so when you go for searching, you will get n number of link. Okay, and how effectively you can retrieve, that is nothing but the effectiveness of the interface. I think so there is no need to explain more in effectiveness. You can understand it. What is effectiveness? Next is what? Efficiency. Yes, can anyone tell me what is efficiency now? Efficiency.
Ability to work.
Yes, ability to work fastly means here the inefficiency. One important constraint is that your time. Okay, how quickly you get the response. Okay, when you search for a particular thing, okay, on the net or whether in your contact list, you can say in your phone, how quickly you can access the data. That is nothing but the efficiency. Okay, so what is the definition? It is a measure of how quickly user can accomplish their goals or finish their work using the system. That is nothing but the efficiency. Okay, when you write, you have to always take the examples while writing the answers. Okay, so that will be easy for you to remember. Efficiency, utility, safety. Okay, next is usability. As we have discussed, the example of usability, ease of learning is ease of use. Okay, and what is first impression is long-term satisfaction. Yes, whatever first impression you have of an interface will be what your long-term satisfaction. Okay, this is the example they have given of Microsoft Word. Okay, so what they have written here, what is the goal? Goal is what? Safety. Tell me in Microsoft Word, safety is achieved? It is achieved, yes. What is the example they have given here? Warning is given for exit before save. Okay, when you are closing a particular application, always a dialog box is displayed. Okay, do you want to save the application? It means what? It is providing safety to your data. Yes, so that is nothing but the safety. Next is what? Utility. Does the Microsoft Word you are using is utility? Yes, so it is achieved. Okay, so how? A lot of word processing functions are there in that. Okay, in word process, Microsoft Word also you can perform many operations. Yes, calculations you can perform. So utility is achieved. Yes, next is what? Effectiveness. Next is what? Just okay. So next you have is effectiveness. Okay. So whether your Microsoft Word is effective, you can take any example here of effectiveness, any functionality you can take of Microsoft Word, and you can write the effectiveness, efficiency. Yes. Next you have usability. Okay. So whether your Microsoft is usable, okay. So it is usable because the icons which is there, okay. It icons helps in what? Ease of learning. So the icons are user friendly and you can use properly. Next is appeal. Yes, it is achieved because the interface is attractive here and it can be easily understood. Okay, so in this way you have to take one example like I have seen here. Micro word is given and you have to write the goals here like safety. You can take any 5 goals or any 4 goals like safety, utility, effectiveness. Okay, and you have to write whether that goals are achieved, and if it is achieved, what is the example of that interface. Okay, in what way it is achieving that. Understood? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Understood the goals. So what are the goals of HCI? Safety, utility, effectiveness, efficiency, usability. Okay. Remember this 5. Next, we are going to see the principles. Okay, so again the principles you have compatibility, ease of learning, memory, predictability. See, these words are similar, but you have to take the examples here and you have to write responsiveness, protection, invisible technology, control, and last one is what you see is what you get. Okay, so see here, this is a 2 common pictures I have attached here. This is a common thing which you use in day-to-day life. These are the common interfaces, okay, which you use. So let us see what is compatibility. I think so everyone know what is compatible. Yes. Your user must be compatible. Okay, whatever application you have developed must be compatible with n number of operating system you can say or devices in which you are installing or you're operating. Okay. Ease of learn, same as your usability. Okay. The system should be easy to learn so that the user can rapidly start getting some work done with the system. Okay, so ease of learning is nothing but the usability again here. Okay, next one is you are going to have is memorability. Okay, so what it means now, for example, you can take the example of this Microsoft and now Word, this Microsoft Word and Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, first one is what? Location, logical grouping and convention. Just see here. See, can you see in this? You have to design the interface in such a way that the location, see here, can you see the location of file menu is always here at the left hand side at the top, whether it is a Word, whether it is Excel. Yes. So the location you must place in such a way that it will be easy to remember if a particular object is placed in a consistent location. Okay. For example, always putting the search box in the upper right hand corner of a web page. Yes, always you can see in the web pages you access, you can see always search boxes at the right hand side of the corner. Okay. So every time when you use n number of multiple web app, there is no need to search for the search icon anywhere on the window. You can just see at the right hand side of the corner, you will have there a search option. Yes. So what the location of the icons or the menus plays a very important role when you go for the designing. Okay. So the location can be fixed. See here, the location of the file, home, insert, and designing are similar for all this Microsoft application. They have keep it similar so that memorizing this will be easy for the user. Next is what? Logical grouping. Okay. Can you see in the logical grouping again? Can you see in the file? Always your new, open, save as will be in this. Okay. Means you are going to group the similar item together. Okay. Sorry. Okay, miss, logical grouping means similar icons you can place together. And next is what? Symbol you can represent. Okay, logical grouping. So it will be easier to remember if things are grouped logically. Okay, putting related options together like cut, copy, paste. Okay, this options you are placing together means it will be easy for the user to operate. Okay, so similar functionality you can do the logical grouping while designing the interface. Next is what? Convention symbols. Okay, so these symbols will be easy to remember. For example, shopping cart. So instead of always putting icons and labels, you can go for the symbolic representation also in what? Your interface. Okay, this is nothing but all these three functions: location, logical grouping, and symbols. This can help to memorize the user interface for the user easily. Okay, so these three things you have to keep in mind while designing the interface. Next is what? Predictability. Okay. So what is there? It involves the user expectations and his or her ability to determine the result of action. Okay. So again, you have here consistency, generalization, and familiarity. Okay. So basis upon your past experience or using some similar application, you are going to provide the consistency. In generalization, okay, gather the similar data and then you are going to design. And in familiar, like familiar menus, menu names and option will help the user to locate the object and function more easily. Okay. So again, you have to consider these three functions while designing: predictability. Okay. Consistency, generalizable, and familiar. Okay. Simplicity. No need to explain what is simplicity here again. Flexible. Okay. Flexible means what? Allow more user control and accommodate variations in the user skill and preferences. Okay. So your interface must be compatible with what hardware, the style of interaction, and the data format you are going to use. Okay. So see here, input devices, it must be flexible with all type of input devices like light pen I have used here, mouse, joystick, trackball. Okay, you must be able to use up key, down key. Okay, in this way, your user must be flexible or your this interface must be flexible. Okay, responsiveness again, it deals with what your effectiveness and this efficiency, how quickly your system is going to respond you. Protection again. Okay, when your file is going to get deleted, it must display something. If antivirus is there, it may display something. If the system is going into the crash mode, some display message must be shown to you. Okay, that is nothing but the protection again. Okay, next is invisible technology. Okay, so user must see only what is mandatory. Okay, it must not deal with what internal technology, in which language it is implemented. Just he must deal with what interfaces, what he is need to see. Control again. Okay, And last is what you see is what you get. Okay, for example, if you are pressing a delete button, it must perform delete operation only. It must not perform copy paste option there. Okay, so in this, what you see is what you get. Okay, that is the example of this. Understood? I know it is must theoretical, little bit theoretical to understand the principle and this goals of HCM. Okay. So next we are going to start. Shall we start with the input output devices? Yes, understood. Clear with this? Clear with the principles, and don't get confused between the principles and the goals of HCI. Okay. Now, as we have discussed yesterday, okay, there are three components: human and computer. Okay. Now, human to interact with the environment or to interact with the computer, you need some input. Okay. After getting the input, only you process something in your brain, and then only you can perform some action. Right. So for this, you are going to study various input output channel. Yes. So input output channels are there for the human. Similar for the computer also you have input output channels. Okay. So we are going to see what is input output channel. Then what are the 5 major senses of human beings? The examples of input output channel. Okay. So first input output channel you have vision. So vision is nothing but you are going to see the working of eyes. Okay. In that eyes, how the eyes perception works. The next input channel you have is input output channel is hearing, and next you have is your touch. Okay. So what is input output channel? Okay. A person interaction with the outside world occurs through information being sent and received. Okay. As we have seen yesterday, to interact with the outside world, okay, the human receive the information from the environment through what? Your sensory organs. Okay. It receive the information, it proceed towards your brain process something. Okay. And using again your sensory parts or sensory organs, you're going to perform some output. Okay. Next is what? In an interaction with the computer, the user receives the information that is output by the computer and respond by providing the input to the computer. Okay. As yesterday we have seen what is the output of the human will be the input for the computer. Yes. Output of the this. For example, we have seen the example of pressing a key on the keyboard. Okay. So that will be the input to the computer. Okay. And whatever the output you are displaying through the computer will be what? Input for again the human. Okay. So vice versa it works. Okay. Input in the human occurs mainly through the senses and output through the what? Motor control of the effectors. Okay. So yesterday we have seen what are the input output of the human. See here. Sight you have here. Okay. In sight, eyes plays a very important role. That is your vision. Next you have hearing. Okay. Hearing also plays a very important role in the HCI. Next, you are going to have touch. Okay. Next sensory organ, you have taste and smell. But taste and smell are not used in the case of HCI for any interaction. Okay. These are the sensory organ or input output of what? Humans. In the case of computer, keyboards, special keyboards, lights, pens, scanners are nothing but the input devices. It is going to act as. And output devices will be what? Your LCD, CRT, printers. Okay. And human, again, your sight, sound, and touch. These are the 3 you're going to study. Okay. Now let us see. For example, we consider, imagine you're using a personal computer. Just now, okay, you're using a personal computer. So you're using a personal computer with what? A mouse and a keyboard. Okay. Yes. So using a mouse and a keyboard, you require what here now? Yes. To operate mouse and keyboard, you're using some inputs. Okay. The application you are using is graphical user interface with the menus and icon. Consider this application or this PowerPoint is one of the application you are using. This is nothing but a graphical user interface. Okay. In this interface, you are going to have menus here. You are going to have file, home, insert. Okay. And window you are going to have, and you are interacting with this window. Yes. Now, how you are going to interact with this window? Let us see. In your interaction with the system, okay, you receive the information by sight. Okay. Now tell me, when you are interacting with this PowerPoint, you are using which sense? Which sensory organ you are using now to interact with this PowerPoint or to interact with the computer? Which sensory organ you are using as an input?
Touch.
Touch you are using in your site. Now you are using this PowerPoint. In what way you are using? By seeing the site. By using the site, you are seeing this graphical user interface, right? What is appearing on the screen. Okay. Also, you can get input through what? Ear. For example, the computer may beep at you if you make a mistake. Okay, so you are using a site. You can use ear and you can use your hand. See here. You yourself send information to the computer using the hand, either by hitting the keys or moving the mouse. Yes. Just if the example is given, you have to identify what will the input, what will be the output, and in the input, which sensory organ you are going to use. Okay, and what will be the output and input. Okay, so this is a simple example we have seen, that is interacting with what? A graphical user interface, where you can get the input from your sight, your ear, and your hands, and output again you can get through what? Yes, output in the form of what you are going to get now. Yes, how you are going to see the output? Yes, output कसं बघणार आहे? If you are interacting with a particular interface, how you are going to see the output? By using which organ?
Sight.
Sight, right? You can see by sight. Yes. So in tomorrow's lecture, we'll start with vision. See, in vision again, you have to study what is the human eye, how the human eye works. Okay, again in the vision, what is the role of the size and depth again? Then what is the role of brightness, color? Then what is sound, touch? Then we are going to start with what is actual memory, long-term memory, short-term memory. Okay, again in long-term and short-term, you are going to have a number of categories. So the first unit does a basic. Okay, now after the basic, you have to apply the concept of all this. Okay, by taking the examples. Yes. So can you do one thing? You have to just take a simple example, what we have seen, and you have to write the goals of HCI. Like Microsoft, what we have done, take any one example of any interface and write the goals. Achieved an example. Yes. So we'll stop here and next lecture we'll start with this vision and all. Please, it's my request that please fill this course and survey form for software engineering. Please complete that task who have not done yet, course and form. And Pratik More is here. Pratik. Yes, Pratik More has not yet submitted the software engineering assignments and all. So roll number 1.
Present, ma'am.
2,
Present, ma'am.
3,
Present, ma'am.
4,
Present, ma'am.
5,
Present, ma'am.
6,
Present, ma'am.
7,
Present, ma'am.
8,
Present, ma'am.
9, 10,
Present, ma'am.
11,
Present, ma'am.
12,
Present, ma'am.
13,
Present, ma'am.
14,
Present, ma'am.
15,
Present, ma'am.
16. Please don't leave. 17,
Present, ma'am.
18, 19,
Present, ma'am.
20,
Present, ma'am.
21,
Present, ma'am.
22,
Present, ma'am.
23,
Present, ma'am.
24, 25,
Present, ma'am.
26, 27, 28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30, 31,
Present, ma'am.
32,
Present, ma'am.
33,
Present, ma'am.
34,
Present, ma'am.
35, 36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38,
Present, ma'am.
39,
Present, ma'am.
40,
Present.
41, 42, 43,
Present, ma'am.
44, 45, 46,
Present, ma'am.
47,
Present, ma'am.
48,
Present, ma'am.
49, 50, 51, 52,
Present, ma'am.
53,
Present, ma'am.
54,
Present, ma'am.
55, 56,
Present, ma'am.
57,
Present, ma'am.
58, 58, 59,
Present, ma'am.
60,
Present, ma'am.
61,
Present, ma'am.
62,
Present, ma'am.
63,
Present, ma'am.
64,
Present, ma'am.
65,
Present, ma'am.
66,
Present, ma'am.
67,
Present, ma'am.
68,
Present, ma'am.
69,
Present, ma'am.
70, 71, 72,
Present, ma'am.
73,
Present, ma'am.
74,
Present, ma'am.
75,
Present, ma'am.
76,
Present, ma'am.
77,
Present, ma'am.
78,
Present, ma'am.
79, 80,
Present, ma'am.
81,
Present, ma'am.
82.
Present, ma'am.
Okay, you can leave.